Hello, my name is Van, and today I want to show you how to put edible ink inside of your Epson Pro EcoTank printer. This is the number one question I get about this model, so let's get into it. If you're following the Epson instructions and you get to step number 3 here, you can just ignore this part because this has to do with regular ink. So we're gonna do it with edible ink instead. So first, you're gonna open your edible inks. You might need some scissors. Okay, no, we can do it without scissors. Twist this off. We can remove this cover here, and then we're just left with the seal. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach my needle to the syringe. I got 4 syringes here, 1 for each color. And you can either cut this open with a knife, or you can just poke a hole with the needle as well, and then just put it down and fill it up like that. Now, the most common mistake that I see is people miss the correct hole. So you want to make sure that you go into one of these half circles. It's basically like a little hole that's split in half. And if you choose either one of those, you just put the needle in and then slowly squeeze. You don't want to do it too fast, because if you do it real fast, it'll just come back up because it doesn't have time to kind of fall in. So you're gonna have to do that probably like 4 or 5 times for each color, just to get those ink levels right. There we go. And you want to keep an eye out down here on the ink levels. You never want to go above the very top line. You want to make sure you're under it. And honestly, if you just get to like above the 4th line, it should be safe to stop there, and then you can fill as you need. Just don't ever let it get to below the bottom line. It also has like a little arrow pointing down, so don't ever let it get that low, because then it can start giving you issues. I already had some ink in here, so I'm just gonna do one more of the black. And don't worry if you spill a little bit, it's not a big deal. Just get a paper towel and clean it up. It's not gonna stain permanently because it is edible ink, so it can be washed out pretty easy, especially if it gets on your hands and stuff. All right. So yeah, you basically repeat that same process for all the colors until you reach a little bit under that very top line. And you probably want a paper towel here as well, so you can put the needles somewhere when you're done. Or if you have this bag, you can put it in there as well. And while we're here, I want to show you a quick here. You want to navigate to, once you're on the home page, you want to go to the settings, and then, well, while we're here, this is your maintenance, which is first. And the maintenance is important because it has your nozzle check pattern, which will print a pattern like this if you do it. And sometimes there'll be some breaks in this, and that's okay. The breaks are okay as long as the colors are coming out and the breaks aren't like large. You know, if there's small breaks, then it's totally fine. This just means that you haven't used it much. And it's going to get better as you print more. So that's your nozzle check. And then you have your head cleaning, which in my opinion is not very effective. So I would avoid doing this one because it doesn't do much. I feel like it just wastes ink. Then you have your power cleaning. This is the one that works. So if you ever have a clog, you just run this. You just press OK, and then it gives you a little warning. You press OK again, and then you have to agree that you have like a good, it's asking you to have like more than half of the ink filled, which I don't right now. So basically I would have to top this yellow off if I was to run a power cleaning. It's not going to use that much, but it's just like a safety measure. And then to run it, you just have to follow these instructions, and you hold this for 5 seconds and then it runs. And it takes about 11 minutes or so to run it. And after that, it should fix any clogs. It's very effective. All right, let's go back to the home page. Let's go to settings again. Now we're gonna change the paper settings. So you're gonna go to printer setup. You're gonna go to the first one, paper source settings, and then paper setting. All right, so your paper size will be on letter size, so you can keep that. And then paper type. This is where we change it. It's going to be automatically on plain paper, but you want to scroll down until you get to the premium glossy. I think that is the best one that we found to work with our IC sheets. When you select that one, you just press OK, and that's it. Once you press OK, it will save, and you're pretty much done. You're ready to print. Thanks for watching.